One of Terraria's greatest mods, aka the Starlight River mod, finally just got a decent sized update. This update added in a bunch of summoner content. Let's check it out. So we are here with Starlight River's first decently sized update. Not like a major content update where there's new boss and stuff like that. But we got one of my favorite things, the summoner class. Got a bunch of new content from it. On top of that, there's a couple new enemies and we'll check everything out. Let's get to it. As we can see, new summoning gear. I love it. Let me go ahead and increase my minion slots, increase my sentry slots, all that, just so we can see, you know, the full potential of things. All right, let's grab the weapons. Of course, let's check these out. We got a couple sentries, we got a couple of regular summons, and then we got a whip. So let's start with this one, the Starwood Scepter. Summons 2 halves of a sentient star. The star drop mana stars when hitting summon tagged enemies. Let's see what they look like. Oh my god, they fly through the floor walls. I like this though. Instead of it just being, you know, one of those summons that floats around you, it still is. At least it's a unique take in being like a star cut in half. Kind of interesting concept. So are we getting like 2 minions for the price of 1? Maybe, possibly. Let's bring in the King Slime. He will be our test. Not the greatest test. I mean, they're still doing decent damage. I haven't touched difficulty or anything. And this thing also does 6 summon damage. Not the worst. I guess this would be a good time. Okay, I'm gonna de-summon them. This would be a good time to check out the Echo Chain, because I want to see the little mana star thing when we use a whip. It says chains enemies together, snare or sharing summon damage between them. Hold and release right click to snare enemies near your mouse to the ground, chaining all affected enemies. Okay, so let's see the right click straight up first. Oh, look at that. That's pretty sick. This is an interesting take on the whip. And of course, we got the regular whip we could just do. Let me bring in some of the stars and hit them with the regular whip attack. And then there should be mana star dropping, but I don't think they're going to drop because I don't lose mana. And mana stars only appear when you have mana. I believe them. Let's just see the right click again. So let's wait for all of them to get together, and then I let go of right click, and oh my god, that's a crazy attack. I kind of want to see it on like a big group of enemies. So this is what I'm about to do. I'm about to straight up just spawn in like 50 zombies. Damn. Okay, maybe we got to go stronger because these dudes are a little tough. A bunch of werewolves. Boom. And then let's see the right click. Ooh, it's not gonna do a lot of damage, but as you can see, we get to see the full snare effect in effect. Pretty sick. I like it. I like that most of the whips from Starlight River are super unique, because whips, it can be fairly generic in terms of modded whips. But yeah, next up we got the Man-Eater Pot. Causes man-eaters to sprout from your head. These man-eaters will consume heart pickups to empower themselves. Consume heart pickups heal you after a delay. Ooh, okay. Look at that. We actually get a little pot on our head. Reminds me of like the Finch staff, how we get the little nest on our head. This is sick. I guess let me hop out of God mode just so we get the drops here. I'm also gonna up the difficulty so King Slime doesn't like die right away. Yeah, go ahead, damage me. Let me see some heart drops, which means we're gonna need to have some actual minions and stuff spawn, or slime spawn in. That, or I could literally just like drop a heart. You know what? Why don't I just do that? That sounds a lot easier. I can literally just drop a heart like that, and then boom, he picks it up, does more damage, and as you saw, I got healed too. Look at that. So they do look a little bit different. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me just summon in one. Let me summon in one, and then let's shoot out a heart. Boom. Go ahead, pick it up. Pick it up. Okay, he actually picked one up himself already. They turn red. Like right now, he's kind of like a bluish, I don't know, what is that? His eyeball? What is that on a man-eater? But when he picks up a heart, he turns red. Cool concept. Mess with that. Definitely a unique summon. After that, we got the Haunted Dagger Staff. Summons haunted daggers embedding themselves in your foes. Change summon targets or whip them to violently tear the daggers from their flesh. Dang. And then haunted, if we press up, it tells us what haunted does right there. Yeah, let's see it in action. Let's get our Echo Chain ready. Let's bring in, I don't know, let's bring in the rock golem. There should be a tanky enemy that we can attack. We may not see the full damage potential, but we get to at least see the knives get ripped out. Okay, now I want to actually see it do some damage to regular enemies. This is pretty sick. Like, the effects on all these weapons so far are pretty sick. Really feels like the summoner has some power. All right, I believe that's all the regular summons. We're gonna move into the sentries here. I have 1 extra sentry slot, but thanks to accessories, let's make it 2. Look at that, artillery license. Make it 2, baby. You buy that from the arms dealer. But yeah, speak about the arms dealer. We got this his defense system. Summons a gun-toting turret. Right-click to cycle between different guns. We got the flintlock, we got the shotgun, we got the mini shark. Pretty cool that we get to choose which one we have. Can we summon multiple? Oh my god, we actually summon all 3. That's sick, but in this case, I'm gonna just want to summon one at a time. Let's start with just the regular pistol. And let's see it in action. Oh, nice and simple. Great accuracy. Pretty fast. I don't use the flintlock often, but usually flintlocks are really slow. So it's a solid sentry, especially early game. You know that Terraria can always use more sentries. Now let us see the shotgun. I expect a lot from this one. I expect decent crowd control here. Go ahead. Oh, it's got the spread. Let me put it like in front of the zombies. Get some actual stopping power going on. I mean, it's decent, but on the floor, you know, the spread ain't gonna be too crazy. But say we get like a platform in the air. Say if I get it like up here, this might be like way better for crowd control because the spread will actually hit a bunch of enemies. I actually do this sometimes with the sentries in the old one's army. I'll be putting like platforms, especially when the wyverns start spawning in. It's good to just have platforms in the air. Put like a, you know, ballista up there, or the fire one, whatever the fuck that one's called. Last but not least, let us see the mini shark one. I honestly expect the most out of this one. Just rapid fire, literally a mini shark on a stick, or I guess less of a stick, machine, I don't know. Tripod is less work with me actually having to use a mini shark, and it's just automatic. And that's my favorite thing about Summoner class. I always say it, the less work for me, the better. Now let us see them in action here. Let me actually like spawn all of them, just so they get like the best angle. We literally got eyes in the sky, you know, we got that air support to help us out, take out all the enemies. And I guess let's see it against a slime, king slime. Not bad, even though you probably won't have this many sentries early game. Well, you'll have at least 2 if you get the successor. All right, next up is the heart statue, question mark. Summons a heart statue powered by your enemy's souls. Ooh, so this is interesting. So we get a little sentry here, and I'm assuming once they walk into the circle, they take damage. Does it heal us? It heals us too? Okay. This is another fun take on sentries. Kind of reminds me of maybe like the lightning rod. How like if they're in a certain radius, it attacks them. But this one on top of that, kind of like a support sentry, because you get healed from it over time. So pretty cool. And then if I have multiple sentries, I could legit just have this placed around my arena and constantly healing me. Especially if it's a boss that summons in little minions and stuff that fights you. This would be solid. Imagine this during the old one's army. All right, let us go over, I guess let's do the accessories next. We got a couple of sentry ones. We got a couple just summoning sentry ones. Just everything spread out. Everything you could want for more summoner content. Let's start with these sentry ones though. Your sentries fire twice as fast for 2 seconds after placing them. 100% increased sentry placement speed. This could be pretty amazing. Let's bring this out. Let's do, I guess, this. And let's bring in a bunch of zombies. And of course, the mini shark shooting twice as fast. Oh my god. Amazing. This could be really good for especially like old one army summons. Like this could be solid. This is honestly good for like all of them. Like I don't see a downside. They all fire super fast once you place them. I kind of want to see it on like a ballista rod. Let's get, yeah, let's get a ballista rod, regular ballista rod, and then let's see it in action. All right, here we go. Ballista. Okay, I have to fight the old one's army. I guess we're not seeing it. All right, after that, we got a watch battery. Your sentry shock nearby enemies when placed. And then we got this one, which I believe just combines all of them together. So let's see this watch battery one. Shocks all enemies near it. Let's do the heart statue. I feel like that one probably just makes more sense to do. So it's only during placement. Okay. Kind of an interesting concept. You could do a little extra DPS. This would be helpful for like a boss like the Wall of Flesh if you're doing like a summoner only, because when I fought the Wall of Flesh summoner only, I would get the ballista rod and I would just spam it because, you know, it shoots every time you place it. So that's what I would do, and that would put out a little extra DPS while fighting it. But yeah, you know, I always appreciate some sentry love, of course. And then we got this sea glass lens. Your minions and sentries occasionally deal extra damage, so kind of like a crit chance. And then we got these, the mana bonds. Your minions can store 40 mana. Your minions siphon 6 mana per second from you until full. Your minion spends 6 mana to attack with a magic bolt occasionally. So let's get a basic minion. Let's do I think we do a slime staff. So pretty much this gives our minions an extra attack, and then there's a bunch of them you could choose from. So as you can see, they do their regular physical contact and they shoot little mana bolts. So this is such an interesting way to add a little extra to the summoner. We got this one which shoots bouncing water bolts. So let's go ahead, let's see that in action. Okay, we got this one which shoots burst of poison thorns. Let's see that in action. These seem all solid so far. We got this one, exploding fireballs. This would go good with like the imps. Oh my god, the little tiny slimes turning into explosive demons. And then the last one is chain lightning, inflicts overcharged, which decreases defense. So if the other ones weren't crazy enough, we could get chain lightning. Like, this is insane. My question is, can I wear multiple? No, you can't. It's only one at a time. All right, but I love that. I love an extra way. Always love when there's extra ways to attack as a summoner. And then we got a couple of extra accessories. Increase your maximum number of minions when below 50% health. Automatically summons a minion if there's a valid weapon in your inventory. And then this one, I believe, is similar, but instead of health, it is barrier. So that's a cool concept. You get lower health, you get an extra minion to put out more DPS. Could be, you know, something very useful when you're about to kill a boss and you need to clutch up, but your health is really low. All right, the next thing we're gonna check out here is there actually is a armor set, a summoner armor set after killing the king slime. Love to see it. It's called the Slime Prince set. And as we can see, gives us damage. Minions inflict 5% exposure. Multiplies the amount of damage a target takes by their exposure value before consuming the effect. Cool. And then more summon damage. You can summon an additional minion. Let's put the set on though, of course. Let's see what we look like. Oh, look at that. We get a little slime prince to help us out. A slime prince follows you around. Double tap down to fuse with the prince. You can control the prince during this time. The prince takes damage instead of you. Let's see it. Oh my god. We have turned into a slime ourselves. So cool. Not only is it an early game armor set for the summoner, which is very needed, but at the same time it has such a unique set bonus. Let's bring in a bunch of skeletons. He's also a regular minion that attacks, but then we fuse with him. And let me get in here. Let me get in here for real. Such a fun and cool idea. I love it, man. And it also is a cool looking set. It kind of goes with the theme of, you know, king slime, queen slime, prince. So literally a perfect addition to summoner. One last thing we're going to be checking out before we end the video. There is a handful of new enemies. The new enemies being a gloom slime. So let us see that. I believe this slime, it says it attaches to your head and takes your vision. Maybe I gotta get out of god mode for it to attach to my head. It says it latches onto you and blinds your vision. Oh, look at my Sentry doing work. Good shit, Sentry. After that, we have a soul nibbler. So this one spawns in the corruption at nighttime. So do I have to be in the corruption for it to work? I have no idea, but it is marked that this is a swarmer enemy, which means, you know, they kind of attack in swarms, which is pretty cool. Let me go ahead and place a bunch of torches here so we can actually see them. And also, I'm assuming they don't disappear at night. Look at this though. This is cool. I like the idea of swarm enemies. There was that one mod we checked out that added in swarm minions. So maybe in the future we get a swarm staff with these guys. Could be a little bit of an idea. Can't go wrong with some more corruption summoner weapons, right? And after that we have the loot wraith, which I believe is kind of like a loot goblin sort of enemy. Let's see it in action. Loot wraith. Where the hell did he just go? Can we actually see him? You see how he kind of like flies across the map? Maybe he's a nighttime enemy too. I have no idea how he spawns. Every time I spawn him in, he just goes flying. Maybe let's go down into a cave, okay? Does he spawn down here? Apparently he protects chests. So maybe I gotta find a chest down here. Here we go. Golden chest. There he is. What's up, bro? So he's like the opposite of like a pixie. Instead of leading me to a chest, he's guarding it. Oh, did I just step on his head? What just happened right there? Okay, I opened the chest. Oh, he's getting angry. So he legit protects chests. You open it up and then he starts attacking like this. Hey, look, there's the other enemy, Gloom Slime. Oh, that's also a swarm enemy. Let's kill him though. He bothered me too much. Let me kill him. What you got in here, man? My boy is guarding a painting. This had to be his own painting. Like, he drew this himself because this shit is ugly. But yeah, that was the latest Starlight River content update. Decent amount of content. Again, I love that they added in a bunch of summoner stuff because, you know, I'm a sucker for summoner stuff. There probably is a couple of other like little minor things that I missed from like the last time I played to now. And also there's probably a couple like little additions. Like I saw there's a keybind or shortcut for opening up like the food stuff like that. Yeah, excited to see that there's getting more updates. Probably the next time we'll check it out, I'll probably wait for a major content update because there's a boss coming out here. Hopefully it's not too much of a spoiler if I spot it here. I think the next boss is a jungle boss. I'm actually not sure, but I swear I remember I saw something about it. So that would probably be the next time I check it out, when there's like a major boss that comes out. Yeah, a lot of mods are updating to 1.4.4 because I think today that I'm recording this is officially the day 1.4.4 T-Mod is the official default version. So we might have a couple of videos checking out stuff like that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Shout out the mod devs, everyone that worked on this. Again, if you don't know, I am getting my wisdom teeth taken out soon. So if there's a slowage of videos, streams, stuff like that, that's probably why I'll be recovering from that. But thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next time.